Hey everybody, we're back with Fallout 76 with another Wasteland weapon test, and here we have a Junkies weighted Sheepsquatch staff. 3-star. Junkies, 40% more attack power damage, and 15% damage when blocking. So, the Sheepsquatch staff is a very interesting weapon, as it is a two-handed melee weapon that you don't see anybody really using. Whenever you do see people using, two-handed melee, it's, super sledges, and Grognak axes. But then there's this thing. And this thing is not weak. So I only have 3 addictions. So I tried getting more, but and unfortunately the 3 addictions I chose to try and boost this thing's damage are all give you -1 strength. So I kind of messed up on the addiction part because without any addictions, so I have like -3 strength. So without any addictions, I'm actually doing more damage with this. So if you I'm not a Junkies build, right? I tried getting, Junkie stuff, to boost the damage. So normally you'd have around like 268 damage, like around 270. And so yeah. And I have to say that despite being a two-handed melee build on this character, I only had one of the attachments for this, the heavy Sheepsquatch staff, which kind of changes it into a hammer. So yeah, let's see how this thing does. I have to say, this thing is gigantic. Like, it is huge. We're getting into, like, World of Warcraft level of, melee weapon size. And I love how power armor holds every two-handed weapon in one hand, because Bethesda never made two-handed animations. 470. Oh, it staggers. That was a near 1,000 damage hit on the head. And it staggers. Wow. Oh, this thing staggers on like almost every hit. Jeez. Alright, that is not bad damage. And that might be the fastest Super Mutant Behemoth kill with a melee weapon I've tested, because basically you just kept staggering him. Alright then, that's not too bad. That went a lot faster than usual. I think that went faster than the anti-armor Grognak axe that I tested before Wasteland. This weapon's great. It's gigantic. And it looks great for my Death Knight build. It's definitely a Death Knight style weapon with the Sheepsquatch horns. Alright, let's go test on the ghouls, because that's what I usually test on for melee. Super Mutant Behemoth and ghouls. Now we'll go to the Hermit Crab. And then... Alright then, there is the Hermit Crab. We're dealing with a pretty high level one. Scorched. It's a Scorched Hermit Crab. It's level 100. It's not crowned though, so let's see how good we do against it. Well, hitting the shell, we did 41 damage. Ooh. Those staggers, man. Alright, that went pretty good. I have to say, versus very large enemies, just being able to stagger it on nearly every hit, that's a really good trait this thing has. Alright, well, that took like, what, 20 seconds? Alright, here we are. We're gonna get the ghoul train going, see how it does. If you want to know why I test on ghouls, despite ghouls being, fairly weak enemy, it's to see how a weapon does in a swarm situation. A slow two-handed weapon does in a swarm situation. And there's no better swarm. Oh, hello, Legendary. There's no better swarm situation than the Capitol building. Well, except maybe the burrows, but it's a lot easier to get a giant train going on in the Capitol building than it is the burrows. Because the burrows are like weird pathing for ghouls. They'll stop following you after a little bit. And yes, if you want to get a giant train going, what you want to do is swing your weapon as much as possible, because swinging the weapon generates noise. It's better with a super sledge or war drum, because those generate the most noise, and I wonder how much noise this generates. But you want to swing it, because that wakes all the ghouls up. Yeah, you want to get them all interested in trying to fight you. And there is a lot of ghouls in here. Don't be mistaken. Make sure you go through every room, get them all interested. You know, they will all follow you. The pathing in here is not too difficult for them. Make sure every time you come to a door, you're making sure to swing your weapon by it. Hello, other legendary. And, yes, and don't forget downstairs. Excuse me. There's a good amount of ghouls down here, too. Most people might skip the downstairs portion, but there is a good amount of ghouls down here. If you have any damage over time effects, like, what is that, Plague Bear? Whatever it is, that does damage, that'll keep them interested. Pop a stim pack right there. Alright, and now we got the swarm going. Could get a little bit more by activating the terminal, but I feel we have enough to prove the point. Well, on all ye faithful. Oh, I love that cleave ability. Or hack and slash. It used to be called cleave. Explode the entire room of ghouls. Alright, so we're basically... I get him on the head, it's basically a one-shot. Not doing too good with a regular swing, though. Ooh, but that uses a lot of VATS. I know I don't have too much AP on this character, but you can usually get a few swings out of other melee weapons. Yeah, you always want to... That VATS move, that VATS perk, legendary perk, Hack and Slash, is a truly great perk. Basically gives you your melee weapons and explosive ability. Pop another stim pack there, don't want to die. Man, I love that. Alright. What was that? 2 stim packs? Kind of, this thing swings really slow. It feels like it swings slower than, like, other melee weapons. Like, that's... I don't know, that feels really slow. Oh, hello there. Like, even for a two-handed weapon, it feels really slow. Alright, I think you get the point of the weapon. It's pretty good. On par with a Super Sledge or Grognak Axe? I would say so, because of the stagger ability. Like, it seems to stagger on nearly every hit. It's big. It kind of looks cool. If I was a proper Junkies build, we'd be getting a lot more damage out of it, but... yeah. I tried with the addictions. I got Mentax addiction, overdrive addiction, psycho addiction, alcohol addiction. We're only one off. Oh, hello, 3-star. Where did you come from? Oh, good. A 3-star giving a 1-star. Alright.